Have you ever faced a moment when there seemed to be no way forward, when every road was blocked and fear was closing in? Long ago, a people stood before a sea that could not be crossed. Yet what happened next became one of the greatest miracles ever told. Join me, my friends, as we step back into that night of wind, water, and faith. And before we begin, don't forget to like and subscribe, and let's walk down this path of faith together. Long ago, in the land of Egypt, the Israelites were not free. They were slaves, forced to work long, exhausting days building cities and monuments for Pharaoh, the king of Egypt. Their lives were filled with heavy labor, little rest, and endless suffering. For generations they cried out for help, wondering if anyone could hear them. And God did hear them. God chose a man named Moses to lead his people out of slavery and into freedom. Moses was not a powerful king or warrior. He was once a shepherd. But God spoke to him and gave him a mission. Go to Pharaoh and tell him to let my people go. At first, Pharaoh refused. He did not want to lose his workers. But after a series of powerful signs and disasters that struck Egypt, Pharaoh finally gave in. At last, the Israelites were free. They packed quickly and began their journey out of Egypt, men, women, children, and elders, walking into the unknown with hope in their hearts. But freedom would not come without a final test. Not long after they left Egypt, Pharaoh changed his mind. He gathered his army, his horses, and his chariots, and chased after the Israelites with great force. Soon the Israelites reached a terrifying obstacle. The Red Sea stood in front of them. Behind them came Pharaoh's army, racing closer with every moment. They were trapped. Fear spread through the people. Some cried out in panic. Others blamed Moses. "Why did you bring us out here to die?" they said. "Were there no graves in Egypt?" But Moses stood firm. He spoke calmly and boldly. "Do not be afraid. Stand still and you will see the salvation of the Lord. The Lord will fight for you." Then God gave Moses a command. "Raise your staff and stretch your hand over the sea." Moses lifted his staff, and something incredible happened. A powerful wind began to blow all night long. The waters of the Red Sea slowly parted until a dry path appeared straight through the middle of the sea. Walls of water stood on both sides. The people stared in awe. And then they walked forward. Parents carried children. Elders leaned on their staffs. Families stayed close together. Step by step, they crossed the sea on dry ground, with towering walls of water beside them. It was a moment of pure faith, walking where moments before there had only been water. But Pharaoh's army followed. They rushed into the sea after them, determined to capture the Israelites once again. As soon as the last Israelite stepped safely onto the other side, God told Moses to stretch out his hand once more. Moses obeyed. The waters came crashing back. The sea closed over Pharaoh's army, ending the chase forever. The people of Israel were finally free. On the far shore, the Israelites stood in silence. Then joy erupted. They sang, they danced, they praised God. After generations of slavery, fear, and suffering, they were no longer prisoners. They were a free people, guided by God into a new future. The crossing of the Red Sea became a symbol of hope, courage, and trust. It reminds us that even when we feel trapped, even when the path forward seems impossible, there is always a way through when we trust God and move forward in faith. Because sometimes the miracle doesn't come before the step, it comes because of it. And just like the Israelites standing on that shore long ago, freedom often begins the moment we choose to believe that a way forward is still possible. Don't forget to like and subscribe. We're truly grateful you've joined us on the Sacred Storybox. Stay with us as we explore more incredible stories from the Bible.